And welcome back to Evils of Enferacuse. We are back for season 2 in our lovely city full of bright sunshine and rainbows and death. So, welcome back, players. How are we doing tonight?
Doing all right.
We're
Hooray!
no, we're here.
We're doing
Very
it.
good. And everybody,
Another,
yeah, go ahead.
I was to say, another glorious day for the Grand name.
Ah, very good. Well, to give a bit of an update of what we had happen, as our fun party became the central guild in the city without one, they found themselves also squaring off in an arena of not their choosing. Doric was there specifically to challenge for the tournament, the grand tournament that was taking place, but when faced with an enemy, something happened that changed the arena itself, bringing up sharp grass as sharp as swords that were cutting down people as they tried to leave. Now, our adventurers were able to help people out of the arena, but afterward found themselves face to face with an old Fey god that brought them down to the tournament floor to battle it out versus a different pairing, a group of twins that they found themselves eerily already looking to unalive, but also a random person who has been Doric's former opponent that they showed mercy to and just knocked out to the floor. They were having a terrible time rolling themselves to death. From there, they found that when the battle had stopped, that the god that had brought them all together started to forget what was going on, lose pieces of what was happening, and being pulled from that plane of existence. In that moment, Ferrari felt the image of the strong, tall walls from the place that the party had visited out in another plane. And from there, our party took time to gather themselves and go back to the Rock Bottom Inn. And at this point, a week has passed. And in that week, the city itself has been abuzz with what's happened. Many things have occurred. First, the guards have claimed, along with the city officials, that this was all the work of some rogue herbologist that found themselves mixing up the wrong things, potions and plant wise, and for it to be spreading across the arena. Something else is in the background, just for FYI with somebody. Um, with that in mind, the group themselves have gained some renown. Have been folks have been aware of who they are and what they're doing, and become more aware that there actually is a guild in the town. So there has been folks coming to and from the Rock Bottom Inn, people joining in to the really interesting experience of the guild building itself. And with that, we've a week has passed, and you all find yourself taking that week to rest comfortably, feeling invigorated with your new skills and knowledge, but also worried about the future. You've all gained a level and have brought yourselves up to level 5, and with that, we join our group. Now, I do think somebody has something in the background you can hear, just so you know, players. Something's
I'm
got some.
trying to hear what it is.
I have no idea either, but everybody just to be aware that it was there. We also, for anybody, we do have some music in the background now too, as we have a bit of ambiance that we'll talk about again at the end of the session too. Uh, and from there, we are gonna take time with our adventurers waking up, feeling a bit refreshed but forlorn for what the future may hold. And we will start with Zari. Sorry, you found yourself after taking the time to save quite a number of folks and help people out of the arena that folks have come up to you to say thank you for your time and your guidance over the course of the week.
All
Waking
right.
up waking up this morning, let's see what the weather's going to be. Uh the weather's actually going to be kind of bright out. A little few clouds in the sky, nothing too much, but kind of a nice day for the side mountain of Enferacuse. So, the sun is coming through your window. It seems to be the morning. What would you like to do?
All right. I'm going to kind of stretch. I'm feeling pretty good, pretty rejuvenated. Um, I would say that there's definitely a bit of a pep in my step, and I'm kind of feeling pretty positive about it. It's different for Zari to be, um, I guess a minor hero, or at least playing that role for a little bit. So feeling pretty good. So aside from normal checking of all the things in the room. Um, Probably gonna walk down, maybe with a little bit of a step.
Very good. You find your way out of your room, normal things to start your day. You do notice in the hallway upstairs that the small halfling child that you found yourself getting to know over the last few weeks is in the hallway playing with what appears to be a few different shapes.
Okay, like
Hey!
puzzles.
Oh, you can assume that unless you'd like to look further.
Sure, I always like to look further.
Very good. So, would you like to get closer to examine, or would you like to kind of touch one?
I would like to say hey to the halfling child and get closer.
Very good. Um, as you get closer, Kelly looks up. Hey, we got some new things to do and play with. Want to see?
Sure, who gave them to you?
Oh, they're um. I'm not supposed to say. It was the.
Oh, that's not good. Uh, oh, really? Okay. Well, I'm glad Mr. Whiskers came back, you know.
He says you told him he needed to come back and be good. So he's been around a lot this week.
Oh, that's nice. I am glad he listened. Um, these are toys, he said.
Yes, it's so fun. And you see them kind of just moving around their hands, stacking a couple things on the floor.
I'd like to do an investigation check, just, I guess, verify that they are really toys and
Go
not
ahead.
something else.
Go ahead.
You know, because Mr. Whiskers tends to be carrying some illegal paraphernalia. Um, do, 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 do.
It just fell off the truck. It's fine.
Oh, I'm
Mm.
sure. 14?
Very good. This is a very easy one. As you get closer, you notice a few things. So there's blocks of woods of different shapes and sizes. A couple of what seems to be sanded circles as well, which seems like something ornate. But amongst them, you also see that there is what appears to be a bar of copper, and also a ornate circle that is not made of necessarily wood. It seems like it's actually made of something else. It shines like as you get closer, you feel like the warmth of the gold. Actually, that seems like it's hiding amongst the hue of the woods surrounding it, with the child playing. As you note this uh, gold circle that is hollow.
Um, so I'm gonna ask Kelly, hey, can I see uh those two pieces?
Oh, yeah. You want to play? You want to sit down and play too?
Sure. What are we gonna build, I say?
Oh, I was trying to build a version of the tavern here. And Kelly just goes right ahead to like start stacking things, like trying to make like these little, like, looks like any kid building a little house. Very distracted. You can very easily see they've completely forgotten that you've asked to see those two pieces.
Okay. Are the two pieces part of their
Nope.
building?
Nope.
Okay. I'm just gonna gently I'm not gonna take them, but I am gonna gently pick them up and just kind of look at both of them.
You have in your hand a solid bar of copper, and you have also a what appears to be a gold circle. It is very light, so you can tell it is not solid. It is sturdy, so it's not bending or anything in your hand. It does have etchings in it, which appear to be a language that you do not know.
Oh. Okay. Um I'm going to I'm gonna and Kelly's completely distracted.
Yep.
I'm gonna pocket them both. I'm gonna make a mental note to give Kelly something later to make up for the fact I'm pocketing two of these things, but for his own safety, I'm gonna pocket them, and then I'm gonna say, play a little bit with Kelly for a little bit, like normally, and then I'll head on down.
We'll come back to that. So, with that, we're going to go on to Grim. Grim, you have woken up after a week of finding yourself full of a city full of very strange and nightmarish dreams. And as a person who is more aware of that than anyone else, it seems to have picked up, per se, of some of the more not good feelings each night, as you're aware. You did
Yeah, I
over the
assumed after the Nightmare Fest at the Coliseum, I'm going to be having it's like walking into a city that every other building is a buffet.
that would be an accurate way to look at it. And with that, you also note that you did go and check on the young master. They were okay. You did find that the woman who usually is a caretaker to him found her arm a bit slashed when they were trying to leave the arena. So just kind of you kind of took a mental note of that, offered some services from the church, and you're just kind of keeping track with them
Well,
on
no,
this
I
as
mean, if
well.
it's been a week, I would have used magic to heal her. I mean, it's a very simple thing for me to do if we have a week's time and nothing has happened. I have plenty of magic to use per day.
I'm glad to hear that. Can you just give me a quick description of what you did?
So just to make sure with the young master was all set as well, I just do I walk over and put a hand on where she's injured, a hand on here. I do the prayer of healing, giving them a 2d8 plus my 4. And since it's a week, if it doesn't seem like it's healing too much, I'll come back every day to do it. I also have, um, if it doesn't seem to be coming off, I do also have, um, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Uh, bu- 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 Lesser restoration.
Perfect. So you've been going to heal her. The young master has been fine. He's actually very trusting of you to go and take care of that. You do find that as you are healing, that she is feeling better. But as you are looking at her at Laura Bell's arm, it seems like it doesn't seem like the cut necessarily is going away as easily. It seems taking a lot longer, and around the edges there is a bit of a blackening, very similar to different things you've seen.
Okay. Um, can I try to identify this and see if it's a type of poison?
You can, yes, if you'd like to try to get in on this, feel free to tell me what you want to roll, and I will lead you with what you get from there.
Um, I wouldn't know necessarily for um nature what it would be, but medicine is more of my forte. So I would ask them if it'd be all right. It'd be painful, but I'd take like a little piece of skin, do what a doctor would do, cut a little bit off, put it on a petri dish, and bring it back. And I'd like to do a medicine roll over the weeks and see what I can try. I'm going to give myself guidance on this, and just as a precaution, because I don't know what will happen with this stuff. No, I don't have that. I don't have that pick today. It's okay. I was going to do a magic circle to keep any type of stuff inside of here in case this goes wild. Let's see. A medicine check with guidance. Rolling. Not bad. 19 plus 4. Shoot me over 20. That's 20.
Nice. Okay, so what you'll know is based on not just the medicine you're looking at, but also a little bit of history here. It looks a little bit like the young master's Blackfoot, in fact.
Oh, I have actually cured him of that. So I go through the process of doing that, but I also, I guess, knowing this knowledge, will talk to the bishop of the church and say, have the other clerics of the church start preparing things of this nature, get the ingredients for the spells, get it, all of this. Because if we see more of this coming, we're going to need abundance if this whole city gets infected. So prepare now for the worst for later.
Very good. As you have both done what you could based on your knowledge, but also inform the church, you find yourself on the day before today seeing that Don John is teaching dance moves that seem to be also cleric based at the church as well. So it seems like things are going swimmingly in terms of that direction, and his ability is being used as well. So you find yourself waking up that morning with the knowledge that you've been putting some good work in, that you have that level of preparation. The sun is coming through nicely in your window. And what would you like to do before exiting? Anything?
I don't believe so. Not as of yet.
Awesome. As you do come out, you notice that Zari is down the hall playing with the young halfling child that you have known is staying at the rock bottom.
I just good morning, everybody. What a lovely day it is.
Look
Good
at that!
morning.
Look at the inn I made! And you just see pointed block structure that is now formed below at their feet.
Oh, very, very good. And you just see me like sideways step without me seeing moving my feet. Just, ah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Zari, Grim, and Doric, give me a perception check.
Oh, I'm awake.
Give me a perception check.
Perception.
Guidance.
Oh, that is a 6.
9 and a D4 for the guidance? Or no, you're the guidance in yourself. Okay. 9.
19 total.
Okay. Grim, you smell wafting up now from the stairs this distinct odor, and you remember, man, that smells like that weird meat that Doric likes.
Doric's not down here yet, right?
Nope.
Grim will just quickly rush off and just go, "Hey, big guy, make a big plate of that. I can smell it." And I go and I give him a little ribbon and just go, "This is for the other big guy. Make a big plate."
As you rush downstairs, you're correct that the big guy, the orc, is down there. He's just kind of like, and so he gets back to the back. You can see that there is a big pot that he had scooped in some grilled meat into at that very moment. And you also notice, because you're downstairs first, there is a seems like over in the entertainment kind of side, where a lot of like the stages, but also some of the chairs and stuff, there is a bit of a group gathered, and it also seems to be on the wall something covered in a big cape or something to that effect. So just be aware
Is that caped area the bulletin board?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, I thought as much. I just realized now that, oh fuck, this thing's about to be overpiled, and the shit that was there before
Oh,
is
right.
going to be postered up, and important missions that we would have had at lower levels are now like, you can do them, but I mean, it's lower level stuff. Now here's better stuff.
We'll get to that. Let's get some moments. So you do know that there's a crowd over there. And I'll say that kind of you get that going.
Or it could be the opposite. Everyone's now coming here. We get the crap jobs.
Ferrari, you sense after this week, you have had quite the headache this week. Not only do you feel like you had quite a bit of a fluffing around getting attacked in the arena a week ago, you also seem like that there's just the voice that's inside your head that provides guidance at time has found themselves oddly quiet.
Yep. But on top of that, I've been getting quite the buzzing headache at just random intervals.
You have, and not only that, you also feel like I was supposed to do something, and about 3 days in, you realize you're supposed to go teach that kid at the Forgotten Flame. So you do at this point make your way up there a couple times to do a little bit of that work you were trying to do. Would you like to impart any specific knowledge while you're up there?
I just like lean into whatever like specialty that he's really studying at the time. Like since I realized I was a little bit behind, I'm giving him like I'm not giving him a crash course. I'm giving him like extra attention since I missed like a day here or there. I'm like, you know what? If you have time, I'll make the time to help you out since I missed a day. I'm grinding a couple more hours of, candlelight with the kid to make up for missing out because I agreed to help him. So if he's doing evocation stuff, info dumping as much evocation knowledge. If it's abjuration, we're going over that ad nauseum, making sure that he gets the knowledge that I can impart on him, despite the like buzzing, grinding headache that has been bearing down on me for the past couple days.
So you're able to kind of he feels like he's just a little more disconnected from you than before, but is rolling with it when he is following your lessons a bit. You're getting to kind of sense more that he seems to be taking more away from you than other things he has. Well, he's been trying to learn up there. So you keep that in mind with your young ward because it seems like you are having a positive impact on what they're doing up there. Okay. You find yourself this morning with a little bit of that headache, and the sun's pouring through. Morning.
Oh,
Morning.
good to hear from you.
Inside your head, you just sense this sense of dread that just exists in there. Well, can't lie about forever. It's time to get back to work.
Indeed. Whatever this headache
Thanks.
has been, I'll push through it.
I believe you will. I think you're just feeling a bit of aftermath of what I feel right now. It's the problem with being connected a bit.
Yeah, I could see it being that for sure.
Well, I wish you well, and I will be in touch. And you feel it kind of flitter away, as
Okay.
it is.
Yeah.
Would you like to do anything before you head out of your room?
Hold on. I need to fix something on my sheet. Don't mind me. I'm restoring my rings charges because that should have been fixed with my long rest, but it didn't. Um, as always, I use my my magics to where the fuck is it? Sorry. I always use my innate ability to mage armor myself just because you never know what'll happen in this town.
Go right ahead.
He's always got that little shimmer of extra magic buff.
You feel it's very necessary given some of the ways you have been hit to the ground as of late. So it is not wrong to take advantage of that and make yourself glowing.
Yep.
And as you open the door, you find not only are there a couple in the hallway, including Zari and the small halfling child, you feel a distinct whiff of things coming. And with that, Doric, you are awoken by the smell of wassail.
Wassail meat.
Yep.
Before I start, Grim, how does your dream eaty thing work?
So basically, I, in all intensive purposes, am able to infiltrate your dream. And during that dream, say like you're having a nightmare and there's a bad guy there, all of a sudden you would see me come and I would just fucking destroy him. But the next thing you know, they get into like this cloud form and go right into my mouth. That's in your dream, but nourishment is happening as I am making the contact. So it's the sense of negativity is what is drives me, and instead of blood, I've been able to siphon off of people's dreams by manipulating and doing, things when they're sleeping, because people's brains are more active when they're asleep, and they're able, or less conscious to be aware for me to get it. So I don't have to do any like saving throws or anything. It just kind of happens. I don't know if everybody's seen that new movie with Nicolas Cage where he's in everybody's dreams. I just walk through your dreams and kill the bad stuff.
Mm.
Right.
I don't think I've ever actually would say that I've gone to Doric's, because I don't think Doric would have a bad dream, or if I've ever noticed it, I don't think I have. Just for the fact that even if I think I go in your dream, you would be kicking the fucking shit out of all of your nightmares. So it would have to be a scenario like Doric, Doric's subconscious made him a little child and his dad was abusive, and here I come and kick the shit out of him. That's the only scenario that I think where Doric would find himself weak, but I don't even know if that's a thing for him. I don't know his dynamic of his family, but that's like an example of something that could.
Okay. So, and you just go around, you like sense everything around you and pick out a meal.
Yeah, so basically I'll look at I usually go for the ones that seem the most timid, the most scared. It almost seems like you're picking the weakest of the bunch, but usually people like that are the most scared of them all. So like you'll notice like the kids that would have fear, normally trepidation, are now more joyous, more open, like they're not,
Mm.
like, hey, can I actually play with the ball with you guys? Type of scenario, like small things aren't being fully added, but their nightmares are a big part of their sleep stuff. So I've used my cover to help, and all the kids of the orphanage, I would have to say, have been pretty good sleepers.
Okay, cool. Gonna roll with that. I'm just gonna say you've probably been feeling a bit of negative energy coming from my room that's been slowly growing over the last week.
Oh, interesting.
And so, Doric, we haven't covered your week yet. You are awoken by a wassail, but you do find yourself in a very interesting week because you were the one who was on the grounds when everything occurred. So everybody's very aware of who you are. And also your win over the spell slinging mouse also has been the talk of the town too. But
Dude, that
also,
mouse.
you also know though that the adversary you had thought you might eventually find yourself up against has also been the talk of the town. You've heard people bring up the level of skill, speed, and brutality almost, but grace in their fighting along the way too. So you've been feeling this level of everybody knows you, but also a lot of people know them as well.
Dinkelberg. Okay.
So people in the streets are telling you, hooray until all that weird things happen. You were doing so well.
Okay. I'm just gonna say for the week, you guys have noticed that Doric has been getting up extremely early and just training obsessively, running, lifting things, going out for hours, and then coming back and then eating again when he's done in the morning. Like he's just been obsessively training since the tournament.
So
And to
you have found yourself really exhausted probably this morning.
today is 100% different. I just like kind of slumped downstairs a little bit. My eyes are kind of blurred, and I'm just like, that smells delicious, big man. I'm gonna
You
need a double of that.
It is immediately put in front of you, and you see, I believe, probably what appears to be a large thumbs up from Grim or something to that effect.
Yeah, you get a little bow that's like it's just a ribbon that's been wrapped around twice on it, and it's the biggest pile out of all the plates that he's probably given you.
Thank you, guys. And I proceed to eat.
You do. You will note that there is a bit of a crowd there. Ferrari, Zari, as you come together, you can find your way downstairs. Honda seems like they're having all sorts of fun still, building right there with Kelly. So Honda makes her way down the stairs as well behind you. Oh, I'm glad he's got something to do. Okay.
Yeah.
As you as you make your way downstairs, she seems to join into the crowd who's over by the stage area. you do see coming down the stairs, there is this stew meat down there, a bowl ready for each of you to go. And also, it seems like there is now what appears to be over by that wall a fresh coat of paint and a big curtain over something, and what appears to be a lectern of some sort, some type of like space where you can read off or look at something from.
Sorry, I'm not quite processing like real person. I'm not quite processing all that. Can you say
Yes,
that
I
one more
will.
time?
I will cover it again. Over in the space where you've always seen the bulletin board, there is now one
Okay.
thing you can see: a fresh coat of paint across that room. Not only that, there appears to be this large curtain on the one wall that from where it was previously, as well as a like a not a performance, but like a space where somebody would do like a speech from or something like that. There's like this little wooden pedestal for that.
Okay. Okay, I'm understanding now. That's different.
Mm. So does the orc nods at you, kind of looking at it like it's kind of funny.
What's the stand for? I'm referring to the lectern.
He puts his hand up to his face and just starts to shake a bit. As he does that, you see coming through the back doorway. That's for Uncle to. I don't even know what he's doing with this stuff. You see Eloise come through, and she seems a little beleaguered at the moment, too. You can see, though, that coming through, she has splotches of paint on her at different points, and must have been working hard at painting at some point along the way.
Well, the paint job looks nice, I say.
Oh, thank you. It's something a little bit more for the occasion and really nice up there. I think I get today. I'm just gonna sit down and put my feet up, though.
You
That
said
sounds good.
sorry, go ahead.
That sounds sorry. That sounds good. Rest and recuperation is important. What's what's the occasion
Oh,
in
this
particular?
is. I don't. I guess I don't know how to say this, but it's because of all of you. That's why
Oh,
we we just have to, I guess, move forward. And with that, you do feel like that there is a bit of air change in the room, and you see coming through the back door, Tobias is coming wearing what appears to be the fanciest getup you have seen him in at any point of meeting him. And he is wearing a vest that is shining and shimmering in a reddish black color, as well as a flat top cap, which seems to cover a bit of his hair, but his ears are putting out a little bit, like it's not necessarily made for that.
okay.
Okay, the great day's here. All right. Are you all ready?
I
Tobias?
look up, rubbing my temples, like just like head over a cup of coffee, and I'm like, huh?
Well, it's the day. It's today's the day. Oh God, you've all been so busy this week. All right. Okay. Long story short, you know how you all decided we need to be a guild, right? Look
Mm-hmm.
specifically at Doric. So,
I give him a thumbs up. Still eating.
so apparently, when a lot of the city is assuming that you stopped whatever or got rid of whatever grass it is. So
We did.
apparently, when you do that, that gives you some level of legitimacy. And so all this week, people have been asking about being a guild and asking about being part of a guild and doing things. And so it's working. It works. I think we said everybody we would just kind of today would be the founding day.
Oh,
Yes, I believe it's time that we set up some regulations and rules.
I kind
all
of
right.
sit up and turn with like anxiety in my eyes. Is there paperwork and interviews we have to do?
No, I took care of all of it, thankfully.
Oh, thank God. I
I
slumped.
was just about to say, is this going to be like Is this going to be that scene from oh, what was the movie? The Mystery Men, where they're doing the superhero interviews?
Not, I do understand that scene. Tobias says, no, I took care of a lot of things here. I kind of, sideboard some ideas with what you could have as rules, what the guards say we can do. So I'm just going to cover it all real quick. I know that you all being here is super important to the whole legitimacy thing again. So please, when I just refer to you, please wave, nod, whatever. Okay? You're okay. Your enthusiasm is disconcerting. All right, I'm just gonna go over there and take care of it. And he comes from behind the bar and makes his way over into that area. Now, you see that people part a bit for him, and he makes his way to the lectern. I haven't done one of these in a while. Welcome everybody to the Rock Bottom Inn and your new guild hall. And you get cheers from the crowd, folks who are excited about that. There's a lot of adulation, it seems, to that idea of being a guild. As you all look at the crowd, you do see some familiar faces. You do see out there that you see Honda is eagerly looking at everything. You see Don John. Grim, you see Initiate Pebble out there looking a little bit scared, but also very participatory. So it seems like there's a few familiar faces amongst the crowd. So we got a couple of announcements. First is that if we're going to be a real guild, that means real contribution, real rules. So each one of you needs to sign in if you are actively being a part of this guild. Number one. Number two, you need to pay to at least have a fee of some sort so we can do things for you, because the only way we're going to pay for certain items or start to build this thing up is to do that. Now, not a lot. I'd say putting down just a couple of gold here is the right way to go. And as we do more bigger things, we might need more help, and you might need to put down more. But that is what I think is the right way to just keep you all safe, and also buy healing things so we can start stocking the bar a bit with that kind of stuff or other things you all need, all right? And you do see a very grumpy-looking dwarf, Harumph, at that notice. Behind him, you see a punch kind of hit him in the back of the shoulder as you see the lumberjack that you've met, Fergus, hit him in the back with a pan.
Huh. You still got the pans.
Yep. Oh, leave that for when you were all out doing stuff, please, because we don't need that in here, all right? So, that's another rule. No fighting in the bar. We paid too much for this brand new paint, so please just don't fight in the bar. And
That's
also,
fair.
we're gonna do this all one at a time. The benefit of having all you here is we probably can get a lot done, but I don't want any of you just like willy-nilly grabbing everything up here, thinking you're gonna do everything, because that'll get you hurt, but also that'll get us weird. Like it won't spread everything out, and people won't be doing stuff. So make sure one at a time. Keep track of what you're doing. Please tell us. Sign it on the new book. And he holds up what appears to be a book that says adventures on it. It also had another scratch out that said log. So it was not necessarily that book to begin with, and he puts it back down. And with that, after you sign in, the last recommendation is to not go alone. As an example, our founding members over there, he's waving to you guys at this point, they all work together. So you all, that's what's kept them safe and kept them going. You all need to figure out working together, some level. Do not go it alone. You see nods across the room as people seem to understand. And with that, get signed in, and we will officially open our guild hall. And you see him yank on the curtain next to him. And with that, a certain thing appears that is about to appear. It is on the screen right now, but it is about to appear in the Discord as well. And it is a brand new tavern notice board. that has not only a fresh coat of paint, but a brand new motif with a sign that says Rock Bottom Enferacuse Guild notice board. Painted artfully, but with a bunch of notices on it, some that you can tell have been taken off from the old one and put back up, but also brand new ones because things have been apparently piling up this past week. So as you take a look, you can now examine that, players, in the Discord, or if you are really wanting to examine it on the stream, you can do that as well. It is, much like was before, very interactive. So, and in many cases, we can do things, though it appears now that there is a log to take as you would like to, but only take one as others may be taking them as well.
All right.
It's a lot of stuff.
Zari's like observing all this and like watching, but you can clearly tell that from his tail kind of like swishing behind him that he's actually pretty excited about all this.
Yeah. He's got a lot to look at there, and so does everybody else. There's a positive there. So really cool stuff. At that point, you see the crowd is kind of leaning in a bit. You see that Tobias kind of takes off the hat a little bit and makes his way back over to you all at the bar. All right, what do you think? I think that went well.
I think this is great. My tail is still swishing back and forth.
I hope so, because there's a lot of things that came up. It seems like there's a lot more people were in here this week thinking that we could help when we hadn't done last time, or replacing things up there. A couple of new things up there though, but for the most part, if people are coming here for help, it looks like maybe we can get them help.
Doric just kind of shuffles over to the board in like his usual fashion. He just kind of just starts reaching up for tickets without thinking. He just sees the pictures and says like, "Okay, this looks interesting."
Are you going for one or going for multiple?
I'm going for multiple. I'm just grabbing whatever I think looks nice.
Okay. Give me a perception check.
Doodly doo. $16.
Okay. Then you feel from behind you a tap of a pan.
Fergus?
Oi! Don't, one at a time. I want my turn up there too.
That was Fergus, yes?
Yes. That is my not right Scott. So I'm not in the right Scott mode at the moment.
I'll limit it to 2.
Mate, how's there going to be things for the rest of us?
There's more than 2.
The rest of us. There it is. Now we're back in the Scottish. It took me a minute to get there.
Easy. There's more than 2.
That's not the point. One at a time means we all can share. At least get one of them to pick a different one.
You literally see a glowing purple mage hand like drifting over to the notice board and just tell me which one of the ones that you're grabbing so I don't grab the same one.
I'm looking at the thing that looks like a dragon's head and then the wanted dead or alive.
That looks like a dragon's head?
It's the one above Mason's wanted, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay.
I thought that was a moth.
All right, so because Ferrari's noticing there's at least 4 different missing posters on the board, he's kind of locked in on that because that's really weird that there are at least 4 missing people or items, because I don't know if the gnome one is like a garden gnome or an actual gnome.
That's fair.
I mean, it could be both.
Yeah, a living garden gnome, yes. But
Yeah,
Verard locks in on the one that has the owl face, and the hand, the glowing mage hand just kind of drifts up, pulls it down, and then with a sigh, the hand drifts back. And Doric, you're going to hear this, but nobody else will, and we'll get into it in a second. But York will hear Ferrari say, "Guild's popular. It'll make it easier for us to get the more important jobs."
So
And you
let
don't
me let me understand this before we get much further. Doric, you picked the dragon, and Ferrari, what did you pick?
the missing owl thing.
Okay, that is actually we're gonna okay, so we're gonna go that kind of idea. Continue on, and I have something for you then.
Okay. But
So
yeah,
there's
you hear me say that, but it doesn't sound right. It kind of like almost like it was a thought in your head, but it was my voice.
so you're trying to trick me.
Bryce just kind of sitting there sipping his coffee as the mage hand drifts the note back to him. Then he snatches it with his free hand and sits it down, looks up, and he's like, he says out loud, "What are you talking about, Dork?"
What would I need to roll the thoughts that I think that I thought are my thoughts that I thought?
What would you need to roll for that? Either I would guess say perception or history.
Shit, the way you said that was so perfect.
Right? If anything, I've mastered the very most confusing way to say things in the English language.
You have said words that do honor and frustrate me. Thank you.
Perception, natural 20.
You son of a bitch.
I then kind of look up into the sky and I'm like, shut up, other me. And I start I start grabbing the dead or alive and the dragon at the same time.
So I saw this interaction from you with the phantom voice that happened, and I'm like, what is going on? And I'm like, I'm going to incite myself at disadvantage because I don't realize what I just did. I disadvantage inciting myself.
You're now inciting yourself.
Yes, at disadvantage, and I rolled a 9. So I don't know what the fuck just happened. I don't know why he's acting the way he's acting or why I'm missing the beat.
You have no idea where this is coming from right now.
Yeah.
So there's that. All right. So and you're going for the owl. All right. So right now, again, I'm currently going to take care of, but in the for the viewers right now and in the Discord, you will find the first of these pieces you've taken down. It is the picture of parchment that has a dragon on it. You'll find that the dragon, it also says missing on it, and it appears to be not just a dragon, it appears to be a dragonborn specifically on there.
Okay.
So that is the first one. That is what our folks also will see here. I am going to make a change here so we can play another one out. Then we're going to
and the dead or alive one.
We're gonna look at Ferrari's first. It is a missing what appears to be a owl face. There is no writing on yours, Ferrari. That just has that owl face on it. But though there is, Doric, a one on yours, there is a name. It is Mistborn.
That's the name, Mistborn.
Mistborn, and to contact their family, which it seems like there's a address in the city.
Okay.
Maybe we should make requirements for the job board or the notice board to at least have a contact name for who to go for.
When you say that, Tobias is right there, and he's looking at Doric. He says, "Well, I try to make a rule where people take one. We see how that gets us. What am I going to try to do for other people who just walk in here?"
You have a point.
And I'm also uploading into the Discord the next parchment, which is the owl, which you will see there as well. And then I will put up the last one that Doric has pulled off, which is the Dead or Alive poster. be entering that first into the Discord and then bringing it up into our scene here to make it a little more interesting for those who can see it at the time. So, one of the cool benefits is being able to move these things along the way here.
I then look at Tobias and I said, okay, I will read them both and I will put one back.
Okay. So you look at it. Dora, give me a perception check.
My perceptions are on fire today. 22, I said non-jinxingly.
All right, so Doric, you're looking at this picture, which clearly shows a bearded individual with a horned helmet, wanted dead or alive. Down below, in the lower left-hand corner of the board, you also see the same visage with the word missing above it.
Dead or alive and missing. So wait, why would you need to put missing if wanted dead or alive? I'm assuming the person they want dead or alive isn't in the middle of the town square having afternoon tea.
With your perception, you will also note that the letters and words for wanted dead or alive versus missing do not appear to be the same.
Well, this one just sounds like it's filled with more drama, so I'm gonna put Dragonborn back, and I'll take this one.
Okay, you will take the wanted dead or alive with you,
Or missing.
or well, do you want to take both? You want to take the missing one down as well?
Wait. I thought you said the dead or alive had a missing attached to it.
No, missing is in the lower left corner on a different piece of parchment.
Oh, okay. I got you. I thought somebody like kind of attached onto, but I see the same picture twice.
Yep.
I then look at Tobias and I said, "Hey, this is the same person. Can I take him?"
Yeah, it's not the same job. Maybe we could get paid twice.
All right, I put the Dragonborn back, and then I grab the other one and I said, "Dork still wins," and I walk away with 2.
And you do that.
Out of curiosity, can I do like an insight on the fact that there's 2 separate quests with 2 different objectives for the same dwarf?
You can look at that. It does not signify what type of person they are. You see a bearded individual with those horns and that crown.
No, I'm not necessarily trying to insight into the actual person. I'm more insighting into, I guess, the 2 different quest givers.
Cool. We can talk a bit about that as long as you can get them from Doric.
I make 1 perception check before I leave the board.
Oh, you can. You're really close to something else, which is very strange that it's you.
I perceive nothing, but you know what? I might as well use my heroic inspiration. Just for funsies. Natural 1.
Wow. Your luck was
when you walk away with your second piece, you do feel it's clanging you in the back a pan. I said 1.
I'll just keep walking with the clanging happening at my back, completely ignoring it.
Fair. So, Zara, you can attempt to get that from Doric if you would like. And Grim, are you just kind of watching while all this is happening?
Yeah. Grim knows that there's gonna be a lot to do already. I'm not about to walk up to the board and start shuffling around the damn thing. So Grim is just easy. When Doric walked away, I'm just taking the last piece of the scrums of wassail meat on his plate and just.
Fair.
I'm staring at you for eating the scraps on my plate.
I'm putting it in bacon, dipping it, and staring at you without breaking eye contact.
Oh my god!
Yeah. All right.
That's part of your That's part of your 1, by the way. I'm just counting that as part of your 1.
That's fair.
You know what? I support it. That was bold as hell. Sit down with my 2 sheets of paper. The fact that he never broke eye contact sold it for me. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna give it to you.
We're getting
all you see.
Grim's getting to know Doric and his in his social cues, so he knows this is about confidence. Do it this, and he might get away with it.
All you see is the eyes over the edge of the coffee mug, looking between the two and going, "Oh damn!" And then the mug comes back down and just folds his arms and looks, and it's just like,
We've been
This is-
together for a little while. We leveled up. I've got the confidence for days.
Oh yeah, no, I respect the hell out of that.
So, very, very good here. So, Ferrari, just to help me clarify, you only set your mage hand over there, right?
"Yep."
Okay, so you were able to pluck that one off with the owl. You have that back. There is no contact information on that.
Mm.
And for taking my last piece of wasabi, I'm gonna hand him the missing paper. It's like, now this is yours. And then I turn to Fergus, who I assume is still swinging his pan. I said, "See, 1."
He does not look impressed or enthused when you show him that. He does turn around to look at the board. Okay. And so that kind of, you see the crowd is gathering back around the board, trying to figure out some things for themselves. And, you now have in front of you a couple of objectives. Zara, you said you wanted to take a look at those papers. Are you going to, Doric, are you going to give those papers up?
Zari never brought it to my attention.
I'm not sure if I really want to after that entire Wissel, showdown over there.
Give it a shot.
You sat back down?
Yeah.
Okay. Because Zari's not going to chase you. Can I see the things you got from the board?
Oh, yeah, I didn't read it yet. I handed it to him. I was gonna finish my plate of food before I did, but I see that was handled.
And Grim, do you hand over yours as well?
Sorry, the what?
He handed you one of these notices. Do you
For
hand it
eating
to
my
Zari?
Wissel meat, I chose your quest.
Sure.
Awesome. So Zari, you can insight what you see or do a little bit whatever you'd like to do with them now that you have them.
Yeah.
Please tell me you hand me the owl because I have the perfect thing to say.
I did not.
Oh, I am not handing that to you because I look at you as soon as
Oh,
you
you have it. Okay, because I would have just put it right up and goes, all right, I guess we found him. We did it. We did it. We did it. Yay!
Yay!
Bellissimo.
Fine. 18?
Okay. And what did you roll specifically for it?
I want to look at the two. I'm looking at.
Are you investigating or are you inciting like you thought you were going to do?
Yeah, I'm gonna insight. Yeah, no, I'll insight. I just kind of want to figure out, I guess, what the hell this guy did. That apparently one person wants him dead and alive, and the other would like to find him.
Okay, so that's an 18 for insight.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Excuse me.
You take a look at the posters that you have in front of you. The first one is the wanted dead or alive. As you look at the bottom, it clearly states that the contact information for that is for the guards of Enferacuse, for the magistrate. So that is a clear wanted poster that is sanctioned by the city that has found its way onto the board, which is the first time that you've really noticed that is something that is official that has made its way onto the board. So there's some real clout behind that.
So it's by the guards.
Yes.
Do you say this out loud as you're reading it that it's from the guards?
Yes.
I'm like, a cab, tear it up.
What?
They think it's bye-bye guards, not guard good. Okay, with that,
Right.
You insight look at the other one. The other one, you can clearly tell, not an official document. It has the same visage. That means that they must have gotten using the same kind of art here. But you can clearly say that that the missing side of it is drawn by hand. You do see what appears to be directions to a hut just outside of city walls.
Okay.
Okay, so one is by the cops,
Mm-hmm.
which
And
is dead or alive.
and this one is clearly by someone who actually cares about this person.
And they gave us a map.
Well, this they look like they have a hut over there.
Where's over there?
We have a map, right?
You do have a map of Enferacuse. It is outside of the western wall, toward the swamp side.
So,
Same
what
side
is
you're on now at this point.
so like I don't know, however many feet that way. I say.
It's almost
Then
near
it's,
the church.
then it's a good thing I took both. Otherwise, we'd be competing with someone probably to either kill and or find this person. So we're just gonna hold on to these.
I believe there are only 3 entrances and exits to the city: the north, western side, the eastern, and southern.
You are accurate.
Yes, yes, I built the map. I know.
I'm aware. Ah,
Meta,
I'm willing to give your character the knowledge that you also know the map.
I have been here the longest of the group canonically.
That is correct.
I've been sent here since the teenage years, so
Um,
So
what Ferrari? What'd you pick up?
I hold up the owl face and I'm like, they didn't give any extra information. And I kind of look across the Grim and then to Doric. And I'm like, and before you say it, I hold the thing up next to me. I'm like, we don't look alike. This could just be somebody's missing owl, or it could be an owlin.
you
I
you hear Eloise laughing at you bringing this up. Oh no no that no somebody came in with that one.
did they say if it was a friend? Did you get any?
Oh, no, they looked rather odd though. They looked like they were carrying like a lute, and they were also a few instruments.
So somebody of an entertainer's bardic trade. Okay. Is there anything else? Were they human, elf?
Oh, I believe they were a human. A bit of a bit of a scruffy face, but seemed like they were very polite.
Does this track as anybody that we've seen around town? Or
A lot
Uh,
of missing people.
you can
Yeah,
you can try to search that out some way.
can I what would it be? History for me or
History's a good
to
way to
see?
go.
Okay. Not my best stat, but not my worst. Middle of the ground, I got a 12.
Okay, so it doesn't sound like anybody you ran into at any point of this way, but you do know that if you're looking for folks who are performing, there is the folks who typically stay out by the amphitheater. That's where a lot of, if they're staying at any of the inns, they're staying usually near and close by to there if they're not entertaining in themselves.
Yeah. The amphitheater is the spot on the eastern wall, right?
Yep, eastern lower side, southeast.
And the house that's outside of city limits was that northwest or western exit.
It's outside the western wall, outside the western exit.
And rock bottom is in the very clustered
It's it.
northwestern, right?
Yes, it's in that side, in slum side on the west side.
Okay. So we'd probably be better going to see the person about the missing dwarf or what have you, the horned individual first. Then we can, if we can get information about that, we can go to the amphitheater and see if we can find this loot carrying individual.
Very good.
Mm.
So, um, you now have a couple of options to do those things. Go anywhere else in the city you would like, and with that, I will take the tavern wall down here a bit. You find that you're feeling full from your stew this morning, ready to go. What direction would you all like to head in?
I'm good with Ferrari's plan.
No, I
Alright.
figured Doric was the first to make a pick, so I would honor that anyway.
I have not asked what one he gave me.
He gave you the missing one that Sorry would have handed back at this point.
Oh,
Nope.
was that the
I
dragon
want
or
to
the
hold on
owl?
to both. Actually,
That was the well, that was the one with the horn picture. You have not picked a fourth. You currently have 3 sheet of paper for the 4 of you.
oh, Zari didn't pick one.
Oh, I was just gonna kind of go along, but you know, been up there for a while. I kind of want to take the special reserve.
Okay. All right. So you take that one down. Oh, I'm going to find where I put that. Actually, I do have that right here. So you'll find that the special reserve. Uh, Let me download this one because it's going to be easy to see. They are looking for specifically a 72 Handelson Burgundy Kavanaugh special release barrel. It says will pay handsomely on it, and it says that if found, to contact. Let me find them. Gunther, to contact Gunther.
Yeah. All right.
You recognize that name?
Yeah, it's the brother. Tobias, right?
That is correct. And I will, I believe, take and open that one in. That one doesn't. That didn't come through as transparent background, but there it is now up there for the folks who are on our side here. But also, I will upload it into the Discord for all of you to see as well. You do see that they will pay handsomely, and so you've already discussed this one. You know that he is looking for this very specific vintage, and he told you there are certain places you could find this kind of thing.
I think for us to continue funding our everything else that we're doing, it'd be nice to have some extra money lying around to continue. So, and I think maybe I might be able to have a leg up on this one a little bit together. So,
Give me a perception check too, by the way.
sure. That's a 17.
Okay. When you took this down, in the lower right-hand corner, now there wasn't anything in terms of paper underneath there, but you notice one very interesting thing. Carved into the actual board, not necessarily a paper, is an insignia you recognize. And
Okay.
it's a very specific insignia. To you, it reminds you very quickly of an old life, of an old time, and group of sorts that you found yourself spending more time with than you really cared to. It is their insignia with Thieves' Cant underneath. It reads, soon.
Okay. So it's specifically the insignia of my former company.
You do recognize it as that.
And it's carved into the board?
It is. You do see now also, Tobias has noticed it, says, can't even have things for a week. Oh my god. He's looking around like in the crowd too of like which one of you already did. Can I not
I would like Tobias to not be making a big deal out of this for reasons. So don't worry about it. I got this. I'm just gonna take out my dagger and start chipping it away very quickly.
All right.
We'll get some wood paste or resin from a tree or something, and I'm just gonna keep chipping at
Grim
it.
just walks over, knowing that everybody has forgotten the spoon, the debacle with the cook, and just mends it.
Thank you. I wondered if you would get there, and you now had an amended board.
Sorry, my mustache got
oh
really
gosh.
stiff, and I had to go wash it really fast. It was bothering me very much.
No problem. So you found now the board is mended. You've put right whatever vandalism someone had appeared to put on it. So there you go. And that's what you have. And so you now have that scroll with you as well, Zari.
I'm gonna bring the scroll over um to my party. And I'm also going to be trying to hide the rising panic that is rising inside of Zari, and try to act completely and totally normal as best as possible.
Can I hear her heartbeat?
I don't know. Can you?
Oh, can you?
I don't know. I don't have that type of hearing, but I mean, as a vampire, do I feel like when I look at her, her blood pressure is rising?
No, I don't
Does her
necessarily.
do I
don't
when I
necessarily
look
know
at
that.
her neck, does her veins seem to go?
I mean, under the fur, would you be able to see?
There's a lot of fur there. So here is what I am willing to say: is that your passive will tell you that, something seems weird, but that's about what it's going to give you without anything extra.
Okay. Passive insight 17. Okay.
I know it's going to tell you something is off. Something is off.
I'm not going to bring it up.
Yeah.
It's just hungry blood. That's all I was going for.
All right. So you now have that. You spread that around. Tobias sees that you've taken that one as well. Oh, finally, he won't shut up about that one. If you guys, again, I'm not saying that this is his best habit, but maybe if we get this, he will stop talking about it for a few years. That's all I can ask for. Well, the only other thing I can ask you to dunk him in another wash pan sometime, but I think that's fine.
Does he actually have the money to back this up?
Oh yeah, he's good for it. I would have chased him off, but I didn't think he was good for it. It's just those
right.
you really can't. It's not like that's a dime a dozen vintage or anything like that. He's got good taste, give him that. So it is something you got to really look for, quote unquote.
Yeah, it's it rises the cost of it being so rare and hard to get. I'm sure we can look around and kind of find maybe one, maybe two if we're lucky somewhere. Can just kind of look into it.
I feel like the more you find, the more years of somewhat silence I'll get. So I'll be happy, at least for myself.
Yeah. Yeah, completely heard. And this all that for savoring and stuff. So
Ferrari kind of does the owl head tilt, hearing the way Zari is kind of going on. It's like, is it stuttering or is it panic? And it's just like, again, nobody else hears this but Zari, and it's like almost like a voice in your head, but it is Ferrari. So it's like, what is going on?
Zara's just gonna stop talking at this point. Now very suddenly aware of what he sounds like.
But you'll notice Ferrari didn't even realize, there's not a look of recognition of what he just did. He's just looking at you like he spoke to you, but is looking at you like, what's up? And nobody else heard a damn thing.
Yeah. No, I do understand that. Zara would understand that. Zari's going to look directly at you, Ferrari, and then kind of say, I'm gonna put this down here. The the vintage Wanta thing. Uh, I'm gonna put this down here, and I'm gonna take a quick run upstairs. I think I forgot something. I'll be back.
Now, do you say that out loud?
I am gonna say that out loud.
Okay.
The only thing I did directly in response to your message was look directly at you.
Okay.
And in recognition of you saying that to me, can I respond back?
It is a telepathic link that lasts until either I
Okay.
drop it or a minute passes. Ferrari is unaware that he's doing this as of yet because this is a burgeoning new ability that he has.
Um. Okay. So.
So if you respond mentally, he's going to be like, he will see that your lips don't move and just be like, what the fuck just happened?
So. Yeah. So. Zari will respond back telepathically, but maybe not necessarily 100% like consciously of it. More like I'm gonna get some air. I need to go. So, and then Zara's gonna get up and go up the stairs. Probably climb out one of the windows and sit on the roof.
I think as you're getting up, I don't know how distracted Zari is, but anybody who has a decently good passive insight that's paying attention would notice the look of confusion as Zari gets up because didn't see your lips move, but definitely heard your second response directed to him about the little question, and just kind of furrows the feathery brow, looks down at his now like tepid, almost finished coffee, and is just like, "This isn't strong enough. I'll be right back." And walks over to the bar and is like, "Can I get a refill from a fresh pot, please?"
Bless you.
Thank you.
The big guy kind of looks over at it and kind of is like sad to pour it out.
It's like this much left in the cup.
Okay, so if there's not that much, it's a little less. Like pours it out, pours you a fresh one, uh, hands you a strawberry also randomly.
Oh, that's so very kind of you. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. You are a saint in this city, I swear.
Thumbs up as he turns back around to wipe some things. Sorry, you head upstairs. Anything you're gonna do up there before anything?
Well, I'm gonna sit on the roof, and then I'm debating just like randomly like running through the city, like full on tabaxi speed, just kind of like running to get off some energy. But at the same time, I'm also in like a bit of a freeze thing because like I'm like I'm tensing to do the running, but I'm preventing myself from doing it because I know that will not help, and I'm like just arguing with myself up there. So if you go up there, you're gonna find a panther tabaxi like in this like almost cat like half um like freaked out, like my hair's like puffed out, and I'm like but not moving.
Okay.
Yeah, that's about it for now.
All right. So you're up there just having a moment to kind of cool it all out. Very cool.
Zari's having a moment, yes.
All right. So you're having a moment. You take your time up there. You all know that that's happening, but if you'd like to eventually come back down, everybody can kind of finish up, gather their belongings, and get ready to head on out, following the path of Doric's first pull to go towards this person with the horns. With that, we're going to take a quick break, give everybody a bit of a bio break, and come back to our next stop in Enferacuse. So be back 5-10 minutes, and we'll see you soon.
Take your
Mm. And welcome back, everyone. We are back to Planetscape, and we are ready to jump on in to what we've been doing, which is walking ourselves out of the rock bottom inn and headed off to learn a little bit more about the job at hand, which the one that they had decided to heading towards first specifically is the one with the wanted, dead or alive, and or missing posters going on, which you can see in the upper corner as well. You take your way outside of Enferacuse, walking out the western gate. Zara, you composed yourself a bit, kind of taking some of that, back down and being all right. So you make your way to the instructed area, walking through the guard posts. They let you on out and see that you're on your way with your blood writs out of the city. You make your way down the western wall a bit more into away from the swamps and the edge of the lake into the forest that surrounds that side. And you make your way down an interesting path. Kind of winds around a bit. Nothing too fancy about it, just enough for a walking path. And you find yourself at the foot of a hut. It appears this hut has been set up with the surrounding wood and grass and things of that nature, just making something that seems mildly livable.
I look at the parchment paper and then look at the hut. I think this is it. Is there like a door on the hut, or is it just like open, like
You,
a?
you do see that there is a makeshift door in the front that has a carved handle on it. Not really any windows per se into this thing, though.
Does it look sturdy, or is it kind of just like slapped up in there?
It's kind of a combo of both. It looks like it's not made to fall down or it's going to be easily knocked downable, but it's not necessarily like your strong hardwoods or anything like it. It seems like they may have lashed some things together or, gotten the wood up, leaning in certain ways. So gravity's doing some of the work or things are pounded into the ground a bit. That's the way it's set up.
Can we? That back music is loud again.
I will turn that down. Thank you for letting me
Thank
know.
you.
I'll go knock on the door.
All right. You take a big, hearty knock at the door. Inside, you hear a bit of a rustle and and the door swings open inwardly. In front of you, you hear and see, well, hello there, as the mohawked gentleman that you have come to see around Enferacuse is standing in front of you.
Hey, this is not the person.
Greetings, comrade. You did say you would help me out. Hello.
Wait, is this the individual who was looking for Groku?
Groku, did someone say Groku?
I
Is that
don't
why you're
believe
here?
I told
Groku?
everybody about that yet. So there might be another tertiary 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna go with fifth Shieri's for Dorak's lack of words. Quest that we might have to deal with at this moment in time. By the way, we're fighting some sort of super evil magical genie type thing, so let's do this with a smile on our face.
The hell?
Everybody in.
Uh,
I proceed to walk into the hut.
You do note there is not room for all of you.
As I spin back around, everybody out, and kind of just go back through the door.
You did take a moment in there. You did notice it's a bit sparse in there, just as a random aside.
Okay.
I believe I don't remember telling you where I lived. How did you find it?
Well, on the who has it now?
I still have it. I
Dork
I
has
have
it.
the no. Actually, Grim has the missing one. I have the dead or alive one. So technically, he has the map.
Here you
On
are.
yes, on that piece of
Groku,
paper.
you already were searching for Groku. Oh, fortuitous it is.
So this is Groku,
This,
the Viking-looking type mage.
this wizard, yes. Horrible, horrible wizard. Burnt down villages, no wonder. I've been looking for him and see you found my notice.
You put a missing notice for him?
I can't find him.
This is not how
So,
missing works.
well, yes and no. What is your intent for when you find him exactly?
You see him reach behind him and grab a great axe.
Oh,
Yes,
Care
my.
that
to
really doesn't
rethink
tell
your
us much, friend.
You care to
Don't
rethink your
use
thoughts on
this?
that, Ferrari?
Well, cleave him in two. That's the spirit of things.
I then stare down at Ferrari.
And I stare up at you.
You were saying?
Well, I asked what his intentions was. I see now what his intentions are. And they're almost in line with the guard, which doesn't make me any more comfortable, but
Well, I mean, but if he, what's your name?
Oh, come back here, notebook.
A shading?
A shielding. A shielding. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. I'll
What?
retype that.
A shielding.
Shield
Dig.
dig. Okay. So if a shield, well, if a shielding over there wants to kill him, I'm assuming after he's been killed, it doesn't matter anymore, and then we can just turn in
Oh, we're definitely doubling up on that
the, to the guards, since they also want him dead
dead
or
or
alive,
alive,
but,
yeah.
a shield dig here wants him dead.
What was your reward for this quest, a shielding?
Hold moment. He turns around. He pulls out what seems to be a chest adorned with the etchings of birds. Yes.
Damn it!
I definitely then turn to Ferrari.
What?
What? Because it has birds, you're looking to me?
I said nothing, and I turn back to a shielding.
Wow.
I'm just going to take out the notice for the missing owl and sigh deeply and then fold it and put it back in my pocket.
I have this. This is, well, what remains from our village. Apparently, metal doesn't burn.
Are there more birds inside?
No. I have opened it. I love birds, but I think they would be damaged inside.
I hate you so much right now. Are there more birds inside?
He opens it, and you do notice, now that you're in there, it is filled with coin. Variety of, type, size, whatever. It is a chest full of coin.
Okay.
I'm so mad. They have more birds in it. God damn it.
It's a pretty box.
I know. I found it after my house burnt down. It's a great way to store all this.
So this
The
Groku,
trepidation
he's a
from both of your
mage.
voices going, it was great.
Like both Zari and Ferrari just kind of like.
Just,
So you just need to know that Groku is dead.
Well, I would like to participate. Kill Groku.
Got it. Do you mind if we also take the head as a trophy?
No, not at all. I just want the satisfaction, and then I can move back.
To
I
where?
feel like I should find more building supplies or people for the village then. But no matter. Back to the village.
And
Eh,
how is your village?
Smoldering.
wouldn't wouldn't you need the money and the
No, don't.
but uh I have so many questions.
Oh god. Okay, I'm
So
gonna ask. The shielding. Why don't you just use the money in the chest to fix your village instead of hunting for Groku?
Oh, I all I need is something like this. And he puts his hand on the shack that he is next to. This is sufficient. I live a simple life. What's also where would I what would I
Yeah,
share? Who would I share
I,
it with?
I got that part, but you're trying to fix and rebuild a village, yes?
Well, eventually I'd like to kill Groku.
um you know
Okay.
you know I don't believe I'm telling Doric this. Doric, maybe we should come back to this after we get this past his step one, which is kill Grogu.
For
Well,
once, Dorek.
step one would be find Groku. Step two would be kill Groku.
No, you don't have to find things to kill them.
I've had a hard
Wait,
time with
yes,
step
you
one.
what?
Unless you have Fireball, yes you do.
I don't know. If I close my eyes and I swing really hard in the crowd, did I find something to kill it?
But did you
Sorry's
find the
like
thing that
pinching his
did
brow.
yeah,
My
the head
exact sentence
the
was, "You
headache
do
is
not
getting
need to
stronger.
find things to kill them."
Okay. Okay.
Doric, take a point. Doric, take a point of inspiration.
Yeah, it's back.
If I'm in said crowd and you're trying to hit me with your weapon and you're swinging, how many times are you going to swing and hit something else before you hit me?
Probably all of them. I
And
don't usually swing that low.
Oh
I
wow!
can't give you 2 points, but I would. Okay.
you
Damn.
the mage hand appears and I'm like, don't make me give you a purple nurple. Don't make me give you a purple nurple.
So, we are you going to take and assist me like you have vowed?
Um.
He's looking specifically at Doric at this one too, by the way.
I move my mage hand up to a shield egg's face and I do the shh, like this. And I go shush 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 shush. The children are talking because we're both acting like children right now.
That completely flies over Schildig's head, and oh, is that a okay? Well, I'm gonna put this back
Okay,
now.
so.
He goes and puts the chest adorned with birds back into his hut.
All right, how about this? Once we're done dealing with Groku, we'll exact out how much is in that chest, and we'll put a portion of it towards you helping the village to rebuild.
That seems fair. That's fair.
I'm gonna say 25% of it goes to the village. 50% of it will go to us. The last
What's a
25% you will take and make quests inside of our guild to constantly get people to help you fix said village.
excellent? What's a percent?
Don't worry about
No,
it.
this is fair. This is on me. This is on me. This is
The
on
fact that
me.
the fact that Ferrari's looking at you like he knows what percentages are, and you hear him say this out loud.
Yes, I am 100% of a person. I then wave my hand over your head. You are 50% of a person. If we put two
Okay,
Ferraris stacked on
the
top
mage
of
hand
each
is
other.
moving in for the purple nurple. The mage hand's coming in for the purple nurple now.
I guess because it's you're aware because it's visible. Would you give me a dex and or what am I gonna give this? A sleight of hand?
You can just make an attack roll.
You want to make an attack? You can make it an attack roll.
Yeah, it'd be like my spell attack and see if I hit. It's only up to 10 pounds of force, which technically is a lot for a human body or any body, but I totally missed. I'm not going to say what I rolled. It's embarrassing.
You feel like
I'm watching the mage hand, yeah.
Your nipple has been brushed with a weird gloating hand, but nothing else other than that.
Did you say purple nurple?
Yeah, I did.
I then kind of do one of these with my shoulders, and then you just watch me rage. My turn.
Starts to go up into the air.
I'm gonna take one of my rage counters off here.
Before you do that.
Oh no. What just happened?
This seems fun.
Oh.
Doric, you're going to get another attack roll here.
Oh no!
Oh.
What did he do?
He showed off, and now Shield Dig would like to show off. Having a battle of purple nurples.
So,
oh no!
That was a nat 20. So what happens here is a shield dig is going to two-handedly go in the location and twist. You're going to feel that, Dork.
Oh!
Do I win? I haven't got to play games with someone in so long.
Do you?
Oh my god.
Oh.
That is a 19 for nipple twisting.
Oh no.
Meets it.
I can't wait for other people to watch this episode and go, wow, this whole thing was message boards and nipple twistings.
Oh, okay.
Meets it. You are able to twist his as well. Oh! This is... I miss people. Oh, man, I miss people. Okay. Well, does that mean that you are going to help me?
Oh, yeah, you're cool people.
Good. I have really no idea where to start. I've looked everywhere for him.
Why do you
as in inside Enferacuse or everywhere?
If you're gonna ask these questions, you come back down here.
He could be screaming.
Dad.
He looks up at you, Ferrari, and he is not in the city as far as I can tell. I didn't really finish looking in that meat shop you showed me, but I do plan on going back.
You said he was a mage of some kind. I think I know where we should start looking first.
Where's that?
That's
The
correct.
school. The school of wizardry and all.
Oh,
all
you think
things
he's
magical.
There?
I was staying there before I met you lot. That maybe that room is up for grabs and he took it after I left.
Oh.
It's the best place to look for somebody that's an arcane user. He might even be in there, presumably teaching. Though if he's wanted by the guards, he may also be using some sort of magic to make himself look different. So we're going to have to be very careful who we ask.
Don't I know contacts at the school?
You do as well.
I do know a few people I could reach out to beforehand.
We have that professor that we helped contact the god. We have the student that I am tutoring, you have other contacts that you're in touch with, and I could probably talk to somebody in the upper faculty who allowed me room and board when I first came to Enferacuse.
Do you?
So
Oh, sorry.
we have a start. We have a start.
Did did you ever make any headway on that disappearing, reappearing, uh, potion?
Mm, I've been doing the tutoring probably in that time frame. What do you think, DM? Would I be able to do
Um,
like a Arcana to see if I gained any?
I'd say because you had that week, if we wanted to say that you made some headway on it, it's pretty solid. I'd say if you spent some time in that last week. So
Okay.
if we do that, we'd say you've kind of got the idea of what the components are, but you haven't really got a set up idea of mixing fully yet. So you do know what
Okay.
to go look for.
I have an ingredients list, so that's more progress than we had.
Oh, sure. I can help you with that. Working on
And
getting
we could
those.
always
Yeah.
with you, and I'm sure Granny Moonbeam probably has, just like knows where all this stuff is around town or outside.
Yeah. Granny Moonbeam knows all. So.
And she's kind of one of our resident eyes and ears around town. She might even have seen this rascally Groku individual.
That's a good lead. Yeah.
And who doesn't love visiting Granny Moonbeam? I mean, come on.
It's been a while.
She's
I,
always such a great delight to see.
I remember grandparents. Very fun.
Can anybody make a
Ow! Ow!
Jesus Christ? Can anybody make a perception check?
For what?
Oh no, what are you doing?
I mean, sure, but why?
Don't worry, I rolled a natural 20 for a 25.
Doric's like halfway down the road. He's like, "Come on, guys, Grand, what's going on?"
There you go.
All right.
All right.
That's a
Off we go. Now, as you start to walk with your new companion, the leisurely walk you previously made through this, you see that he is pumping his arms quite a bit as he walks, looking around, and you get near to the gate. You do suddenly see him stop a bit.
You all good?
Hold up.
Hold that thought. You hear a bell start to toll at that moment in the background. As it does, a bunch of birds fly out from the walls of Enferacuse. I love that time! And he starts sauntering off again.
That's fair.
You make your way into Enferacuse, and you have now found multiple directions you said you wanted to go. Where do you want to head, folks?
I mean, I kind of led into the purple nurple thing and ended up Doric getting pretty two-timed by shielding, so I'm letting him find Granny first. He wants Gran, he gets Gran.
I do want Grand.
You make your way down to Grand's shop. You see that it's open, and in fact, in the front, you see two new prots that are kind of both at the sides of the entrance. As you get closer, you realize they are the bladed grass that you have previously encountered, but it seems to be in what appears to be a smaller form, just kind of sitting between her doors. Making your way inside, you see that the plethora of plants all look happy and healthy, and Gran seems to be sitting on a stool with a mortar and pestle.
Grand.
Oh, welcome in. It's been so good to see you. Ah, as you make your way in, Gran just kind of stops the mixing she's doing at that moment. And upon seeing you come in, also, oh yes, did you also take care of that silly man?
Which one? There's a lot of silly men on our list.
Oh, the one who made this nice floral arrangement that I now have. And she points to the blade grass that you all have encountered.
Oh.
Oh, she took some.
Oh, she absolutely did. She took some when you were there. Remember when you were carrying her? She had basically potted some to take with her.
I remember now. I was definitely kind of distracted with trying to get to the place as fast as possible.
Yep. So you do see pots of wind razor around you now, amongst the other flora and fauna. Ferrari, you also notice that there is some purple vines that are now adorned in one corner as well.
Purple vines. Where am I remembering that from?
You would remember that from a shadowy place that you all went into a sewer and found your way to.
Mm-hmm. The Fae.
Oh dear. Both of these are Fey related plant. And the fact that they're actually growing in town without, being a problem is impressive. I'm gonna have to get some gardening tips from Gran in the future.
Kind of look at the blade of grass and just give it the supposedly unsmashable blade of grass.
You as you give that level of vibe to the grass, you do see the grass start to sway a bit. At that moment, Gran taps the pestle, and it immediately retracts.
Yeah, it's
No,
what I thought.
no, you've been told. Be kind.
Huh.
You have to have a firm hand with these things. They're just otherwise they just get out of hand. And you all saw that they can be good and harmless with the right care.
It's one of those you can sing to your plants and they react differently to different music kind of thing.
So, what brings you all in? Do you need something from the shop today? Who is this? Yeah, who is this gentleman? Now, behind you, a shielding has made his way in. Ah, this is very green in here. Very nice. Well, thank you. We try for that. And Gran is looking up because again he's tall too, so a lot of like this going on.
So this strapping fellow is a shielding. We are helping him find an individual that did him and his village a great wrong. And considering you are both one of our closest friends and also probably the most about town individual that we know, we thought we would come to you first to see if maybe you would recognize this individual that he's looking for.
With that, Ferrari, she taps your wings and oh, I like being friends with you all too, dear. Um, what is this? Who is this person who did you wrong there, sweetie? Gray is going. Grim, you're gonna show the poster that you have in front of you. Oh, that nasty man. He's another one of those troublemakers. Just he's good riddance to him if he's missing or whatever.
Well,
what did
he's
he do specifically again?
Very terrible things, actually. Young man, did you say that you were in the village of Wajel? And he starts nodding. Oh, I am so sorry for your loss, dearie. That Wajel is it completely destroyed? Yes, completely. Oh,
So upbeat. Gee, it's so I'm not sure if this is healthy or just destructionative.
I feel for you, dear. That's just one occasion. He was a troublemaker in many ways, trying to do some type of magic that's uh, not. It's not just not allowed. It's just not polite.
Hmm.
was he Was he a native of Enferacuse originally, or is he just somebody
He's
that's
like
passed through here?
he's like everybody else. Nobody, only that those silly families are born here. Everybody else just wanders in and out, me included. It's he was one of those ones who came in thinking that he knew more than the college, knew more than any of your order there, sir, with your church. He just felt like he knew everything. Um, I I believe I encountered him stopping in the shop asking for supplies, things that we have a few of, but also some things that if we wanted we would have, but they're just not necessarily the nicest things to make things for folks. If I didn't know any better, he was angling for his own level of power.
The the items that you didn't have that he was looking for, do you know where he would be able to find them near town?
Oh, there's a wide variety because of if you're going to make yourselves all powerful, it takes a lot of different things along the way. Um, I be- I believe he had only the needs of a few things remaining. Um, there was the there was a I feel dirty saying this, the corpse of a particular type of animal from our forest, which you know the hunters probably would have come up with now and again at some point. He needed also came here for a very particular kind of lily, which is I'm not a big fan of the death lily, not really at all. Um, and then what else? He had a strange need for a lot of a particular kind of metal.
Okay,
Oh,
What was the
so
matter?
Death
I be-
Lily.
I believe it was the platinum, the very silvery shiny one, the one that's harder to get than the silver.
we can definitely check the blacksmith and see if anybody came looking for metal to make sure it was platinum.
Well, I imagine this was a bit of a time ago too. We haven't. He was already dangerous news a bit then, had a bit of an odor to him per se. But then he went off after that and destroyed the village. Um,
What was the first thing that you said that he was looking for? It was a
oh, it's
corpse.
yes, those what are they? They're little horned rabbit things.
Hey, bro.
Oh.
Oh God,
Jackalopes?
no! It was the magic ones that had like one
Mm-hmm.
or two horns that would talk to you psychically. I think.
Except for the big one who could talk.
Yeah.
Um, the that was um um shoot, I have to go back to my notes. Very, very beginning. That was actually when we first met Granny Moonbeam, isn't it?
Around that time. Was
Yeah.
it Al Mirage? Because I'm looking up on Google.
Yes, that's
Yes,
right.
they are
Yes.
Almirage. Yes,
That was the name of the big rabbit?
No, that's all the rabbits.
all the horned
Oh, that's
rabbits.
right. It was like a hive mind type thing.
Well, not necessarily. There was only the one that could talk though.
That's as far as Doric got.
Okay.
Yeah, they're like unicorn rabbits.
Yes, that
Rabbitcorns or
was.
Unibits?
I'm not surprised he
Yes.
wanted so many bad things. He was a terrible person.
That was a full year ago.
Yes,
Okay.
we are just past our 1 year anniversary for
Mhm.
anybody who's watching. Yay!
So we can start with the blacksmith about the platinum. Then I'd say we should go look for the Almirage. Because looking for the Death Lily is going to be a little bit harder. And if we find the Almirage, we can talk to them and see if they've seen this individual and how long ago, if they've seen him at all.
Should also probably talk to the Guardian Haragons since they're guarding the Almirage, and they should
Hmm.
probably know that there is a dangerous high level wizard after
Oh,
the Almirage.
those two nice boys that you sent my way. Well, that one might be difficult.
Um,
Why?
Well, you mentioned that they needed to help me, so I may have sent them on a journey to Poros for a brand new set of samples.
So the Almirage are unprotected?
Well, they said they have family or whatever. It's their family's sacred duty. I don't necessarily know how they switch out or anything like that.
Um,
so they might still have people there guarding. So we'll make a quick pit stop at the blacksmith to ask about Groku and beeline it for the Almirage afterwards.
yeah.
Like no delays. Because one, we don't want the Almirage in any more danger than they potentially already are. And a Shielding needs his vengeance.
Yeah.
I appreciate your desire to kill Groku.
I really
Knowing
feel
now how dangerous this individual is, with both your verification and Grand's clear knowledge of this guy's ill intent, yeah, no, this guy's got to go. I may not have been a fan of the guards looking for him, but if Grand says he's bad news, I believe it.
Agreed. Alrighty. Let's go.
Thank you, kind lady. We will come back after the murder.
wait. Is it justice or is it murder? There's two different things going on here.
I mean, you can have both.
Oh, I am definitely going to
That's
murder
fair.
him.
Thanks, Granny.
Always a delight spending time with you, Granny.
All right, Grand, we'll bring you back a present.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you, dears. You take care of yourselves. The what's his face? Don't make sure he doesn't play nice, and I really mean that. He doesn't. So please don't. Just be prepared.
Do you suggest anything in particular?
Yes. Ferrari, you feel a tap, and you feel like a ripple across your mage armor. Lots of that, probably.
Yeah, if you can buff your protections, or if you have anything that you aren't using, yeah, armor, shields, some sort of extra little tricks of your trade.
I have agility.
It's
That
useful.
might work. That might work well, dear. Good. You all take care of yourselves now. Granny goes back to smashing the mortar and pestle as you make your way out. If you would like to make your way towards the blacksmiths, you can make your way the closest, being in the market, as you are pretty close.
If it's in the general direction of the exit towards the Almirage, I would definitely do that first.
Okay. You make your way into the market. There is a certain row with lots of blacksmiths. The most familiar person with it is Doric right now, because Doric has recently visited.
Try and see if I can history check the man's name since I did not write it last time and failed the time before. Oh, -1. Okay, come on.
Wait. Guidance.
Guidance? Alright. That's a 4, yeah?
Yeah, D4.
Okay. You
10.
do remember you're good. You got 10 with a D4?
Well, no, with my history.
Okay. If you let's see. Okay. You can hit it with a 10. You recognize, because again, you just kind of look at your weapon and you see the insignia of small toe there.
Small toe.
Yep.
Got it.
Actually, no, wait. No, small toe is the mouse. I'm in the wrong section. Hold that thought. Where is it? Lakshima. This is Lakshima.
Lakshima.
Lakshima. Yep. So Lakshima, you can see that their insignia again is on there. You do see their shop is in the mix, amongst others. You can go in any direction you choose.
I'm gonna go head straight to Lakshima since I had him make my weapon.
Great. He is excited to see you. Welcome in. You are the best thing that's happened for business and farm equipment in years. Oh, he pats the mall and then your shoulder. I'm so
Wait, wait. So then was he talking to me or the mall?
You'd have no indication.
Wait. Because like as soon as you say top the mall first, I'm like, wait, hold up.
Yeah, you have no idea. But what could? Did you need anything else today? Is it treating you well? You didn't chip it on any of those weird people's skulls, did you?
Oh no, this thing did a beautiful number on people's skulls.
Oh, good. That is the goal for this thing. People are really taking my work seriously too. I'm so happy with that.
Yeah.
You do see lots of things in the forge. Looks like there's lots of things on order and up to work.
Now, really quick question before I get to the other question. This thing blew a bright light when I was swinging it. What's up with that?
Did you swing it at any rocks?
I mean, there were rocks there, yes.
Okay, then yeah, that'll do that. This thing is, I did give it a bit of an upswing on standard things like breaking apart rock because again we specialize here in farm equipment kind of things. It couldn't help but especially when you gave me such a really a nice feeling when you let me make this for you. So it's going to be a lot more powerful. Have a bit of oomph up against your standard stone or standard stone type objects.
Huh. Can you make it do the same thing with other things?
It's easier with stone. If you would like to take a pitchfork, it works against hay.
This is fair.
Well, what else can I do for you though?
We're looking for a man who was looking for platinum.
Oh, that doesn't come up too often.
He would have been kind of an arcane type like myself. Um, was he? Did we say what species was Groku or race?
Human.
Human fellow, arcanist.
Oh,
Not a very pleasant individual from what we've been hearing.
There was one of those guys floating around here in the market. He really was going platinum. Yeah, that rings a bell. Looking for quite a bit of it, more than a couple bars, which many of us don't have. Like platinum's platinum. How many of us are going to really carry a lot of that? I think probably piecing things together, you could probably find it. But now we're swift out.
How long ago did this individual come through your market?
Oh, a couple months ago. He kind of did something heinous or something after. The guards came asking about him at some point. But no, platinum is it's hard. It's hard to come by. And at this point, you're not going to find any for a couple months here, at least in Enferacuse.
Fair point. So he's not been here for a while. Town guard came looking for him shortly after. That all tracks. And a shield egg here has been coming in and out of town for almost that entire time, I reckon. Okay. Do we have anything else to go on with this guy?
You can
Not
try.
to my knowledge.
I can't think of anything else right now.
He had a bad smell, and was looking for corpses specifically.
Yeah, but that's where we're going to go see the Almirage for. See if anybody was attacked there. Yeah, I think that's all we can. I think that's all we can ask of you right now. But Yeah, I think Doric definitely got a great deal from you here for his new shiny here. Um
Oh, I'm really happy with the work too, and what you've done with it. So you keep taking it, keep earning, fancy nicknames and things. I'm gonna keep probably advertising that you were here, if that's fine.
Yeah, that's perfectly fine.
yeah.
Very good. Well, you take care of yourselves now.
Will do.
And as you make your way out of the blacksmith shop, you got that vibe. Some things about platinum. Do you want to stop anywhere else on it?
I think we need to go check on the Almirage, see how they're faring.
I
Fair.
think we're in a bit of a rush and can't really shop right now.
Okay. You make your way. I will guess out towards where you've met them before. Does that sound right?
Yeah, I would think so. Anybody
Okay.
else?
Sounds good.
All right. It's getting late in the day, so you make your way out at twilight out of the city. As you make your way down the pathway that leads past the lake into the swamplands and out towards the lumber camp that you're familiar with. You make your way past that to the grove that you previously noted the Almirage is at. When you arrive there, you note that there are still a bunch of holes present and a bunch of looks like tracks kind of leading out in the back direction that head off towards the mountain. As you are heading towards that, you follow the tracks a bit, leading what appears to be its way winding through the forest. Um, Doric, you especially because you've tracked animals, hunted things, you can easily kind of follow this line that leads like it seems like it was going maybe a bit in a hurry.
So I guess we're going this way.
You follow that pathway up through the underbrush. It seems like there's a few holes also that you find yourself that people have or they must have burrowed and then come out of at certain points. And later, the further you go and approach the mountain, there you appear to find yourself amongst fallen over stones. What as you're passing seems to be a level of ruin.
All right. I don't know what any of these things are. If anybody wants to do the research for me, I will gladly accept
What do you mean ruin?
Um,
the rubble,
can I give it a shot?
rocks.
Yes.
What am I rolling?
Well, if you can probably pop in for a level of history or a level of investigation.
They are both the same. Um, so we'll go with since I'm from the city, kind of. I'll say history, and I'll give myself guidance.
Okay.
Please, please. I just changed my dice. Don't fuck with me. Uh, uh, it's a 14. Let's see
14.
if I can get a 1. 15.
Okay. 15.
Not bad.
You remember a bit of Enferacuse lore that the city was not always standing in exactly the same location off the bottom of the mountain. That it had, over time moved around a little bit. And so you believe you found yourself into what must have been some part of the previous settlement. Large, some stone columns, some things tippled over, some brick and things. So you must be at some point in antiquity, some space that was settled. And as you enter and kind of make your way around the ruins, you do find that there are holes. Actually, a lot seems like very fresh holes in and out and around the ground. And you make your way in front of what appears to be something standing tall in a forest that has retaken the area, which is a set of stone steps and columns.
Hmm.
Uh, in in front of you, you see a very strange scene. You see at the foot of the stairs a very large horned rabbit that you recognize as the one who has spoken to you previously. And up those stairs, you see what appears to be a very strange visage. Standing on top of several metal bars is a cloaked mouse.
Is it small toe?
Dork, you recognize your former opponent sitting up there on top of a set of platinum bars.
I then wave at him. Small toe.
No time. From Smolto, you see what appears to be a full-sized mage hand appear as he grabs a small, a horned rabbit in front of him and lifts it high, effectively bringing it closer, and then with a large flash, murdering it.
Oh.
That's nuts. Small toe.
In that moment, in the large flash, you see suddenly a change in the air, a ripple to Small Toe's visage as he starts to grow. As he changes, the fur and drips away, the cloak itself elongates and starts to cover his entire body, as well as a set of finely tuned armor. He grows into a bearded human that you have now recognized with horns as a crown laid upon his head. And as he comes to size, yes, yes, finally! Roku! As you see your partner beside you run forward, brandishing a battle axe.
Oh, well.
I follow in suit.
And you do,
Yeah.
and with that, we will end our session this evening.
Okay.
As you have met Roku in the way I did not anticipate you would.
The fact that he was the mouse this whole time is fucking amazing.
Right. Like.
We'll come back to how we got there eventually, but before then, I would like to allow my players to do a bit of introductions for themselves, letting us know anything they would like to plug. We'll start on the right-hand side with Doric and make our way across.
Hi, I am Dorak, your currently confused human barbarian. I do not currently have any online handles, but you can catch me and Zari, or Wolfie, playing Monster Hunter with family with Sweet Tea's channel on Sundays, soon to which the new Monster Hunter game will come out, Monster Hunter Wilds, and that is going to be a great time. And with that, I will pass it off to Grim.
Hello, I'm the Great Jedi. I play Grim. You can catch me on every other Tuesday with Planescape Edge of the Void with our DM as one of my players. Come on, check it out. We should be starting up soon. Look out for the announcements for that, depending on how people are. Scheduling conflicts and whatnot has pushed us off a little bit, but yeah, let's see what these guys can do on Terra. But next up, over to Wolfie.
Hi there. Wolfie is my tag, and I play Zari, the Tabaxi rogue, swashbuckler. Like Derek said, I play on Sweetie's Gaming for Sundays, usually most Sundays with him, as we play variety of games and other such things. So, handing it over to Verar. No, the way. Right.
Hey, hi, I'm Ferrari. I go by Cregan on the socials, just usually on the Discord. You'll see me here playing Ferrari, the Owlin Warlock, who is now also a subclass or multi-classed into Sorcerer. So I am Fey Warlock and Aberrant Mind Sorcerer. So psychic shenanigans abound. Um, but you'll find me here pretty much every Friday that we have a game going, either with this or with our returning um, Nemesis Queen Ericton Rising spinoff that should be coming back next Friday. So if you're not finding me here, you'll find me on the Discord posting up stupid, silly memes and sometimes just chattering away in one of the general chats or something. But with that, up to our DM.
And I am Concleod, your evil DM. You will find me playing games here with Mayhem. You'll find me on TikTok talking about board games, talking about game systems, and reviewing things, and reviewing donut shops. And in the next year, hopefully, maybe even getting some more access to TTRPGs that we can play here and people can have fun with. So, a lot of cool things coming up. And our music today was powered by Pocket Bard, the app that you can kind of do generated music that comes through that's new and different all the time. So it's a fun little addition and sound effects that we have access to. If you would like to support Mayhem Gaming, you can do so with a subscription here, with working with us on and following the group through the links to merch or links to the membership things. You can always do that, and that all that money goes back into doing things with the channel, things for all the stuff that helps us with production and having a good time. We are an open access space that is safe for folks who are of any way, shape, form, need, feeling of themselves, their body, and otherwise. We are there for people and we like to have fun. So you are always welcome here and we are happy to get to know you. Join us in the Discord for games. If you don't know where the Discord is, feel free to let us know. We will help you find it. And otherwise, we hope you have a wonderful time. Thank you all for coming in tonight. Players, thank you for playing. And we will be back soon to kill Groku. Maybe. Well, hopefully. We'll see how it goes. But otherwise, let chaos reign. Thank you all, and have a great night.